Thank you, Mr Mayor. Residents rightly expect the Council to both give them a voice and implement available due process when it comes to changes which impact on their environment and community. At the moment, HMOs, as highlighted before, with 6 bedrooms or less, do not need to go through the planning application process, meaning any house on any street can be converted without any consideration or consultation to those it may negatively affect. Aspects as basic as parking are not even given consideration. As the leader knows, just as they have done in other Labour-run councils, such as Salford and Bolton, the council can resolve this by an Article 4 direction, removing permitted development rights, meaning such developments has to go through the planning application process. My question on behalf of the residents of not just Shaw and Crompton, but the borough is, will the leader do the right thing and seek to implement Article 4 direction across the borough as per the Conservative amendment to our independent motion? Thank you.
Councillor Shah.
Thank you, Councillor Hinds, for your question. Well, these things do take time, I have to say. I do agree with elements of what Councillor Hinds has raised, but some of that change needs to change national planning policy as well. We have lobbied the MPs in the past and they're aware of the concerns in this area, and we're raising it continuously. We are already looking into Article 4, but we need to meet the criteria, which is not really easy to meet. The threshold is extremely high. It's not as simple as just implementing it overnight. These things do take time. We are correlating evidence to see whether we can meet that threshold, but obviously it will take some time, but I will keep Councillor Hinds updated.
We have 4 minutes for motion 3. Councillor Hinds to move and Councillor Sykes to second the motion.
Thank you, Mr Chair. Obviously, with the time constraints which we were advised on, was exactly why I focused my leader's question on this subject. But I am thankful to Councillor Holborn for removing his motion to give us at least a brief few words on it. I'd like to thank, this is a cross-party thing, so I'd like to thank the Conservatives for amending the motion so it goes to a wider audience, because originally this came through the Shaw and Crompton Parish Council. And I'm also thankful for Councillor Sykes, who seconds the motion, although I am a bit confused why he's then decided to amend it. This is quite frankly something that is within the power of Oldham Council, and it's been implemented successfully in other Labour-controlled authorities, but it's not a question of NIMBYism. It's not a question of not understanding the need for valid HMOs. We're simply putting this motion forward to give residents a voice and confidence that due process is going on in things that can have a significant impact in your area. And I thank Councillor Shah for her comments before, but it rather sounded like lip service to me. And I'm also aware that there are a number of developers active in the borough who see this as easy pickings. So I would like to say this is a moral thing, it's not a party thing. Everyone in this chamber has wards who, irrespective of which party they are, who have this problem. And I think every person in here who represents the people in them wards has a duty of care and a moral obligation to ensure residents are included and listened to where possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Hinds, for keeping it brief. Councillor Sykes.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. My name's down as seconding this motion. It would have been nice to have been officially asked or even consulted, as the wording has changed on a number of occasions since originally submitted. Councillor Hinds has said...
You can withdraw from second.
Councillor Hinds has said he will not work with democratically elected Liberal Democrats. His words have been actioned, as we know, by kicking us off parish council committees. However, we'll work with anyone if it is for the benefit of residents that we represent. So I'll leave my name on the motion, as HMOs are a key issue for us in our part of the world and for everyone else in this borough, and I'd urge council to vote for the motion, and I also am quite happy to accept the Conservative amendment that strengthens the motion, and there's no intention that it doesn't apply elsewhere, and that's very welcome, and I'm quite prepared to accept that. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. We're going to move to amendment, but we don't have time to speak.
I'll move the amendment, Mr. Mayor.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
We don't have a time for the right of reply. I think we heard enough. Is that okay, Councillor Hinds? Yeah? Okay. Does Council agree with the amendment? All those in favour?
Sorry, Mr. Mayor, just to make it clear for everybody, is this the Conservative amendment that I've just proposed, correct? Okay.
All those against? Amendment lost. I will have to move to the second amendment. Afraid we don't have time to debate it. Councillor Sykes?
I don't even get 15 seconds.
Well, try 15 seconds. I'm going to count
Something I've never done before in 30-odd years in this chamber, which is moving the amendment to your own motion, that might tell you what I was talking about at the start is the truth. Our amendment strengthens the motion because part of this is about licensing as much as it is about planning. Therefore, it strengthens it, so I'd urge you to vote for it. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Hamdani?
Second.
Thank you much. Councillor Hinds, do you want to use your right to reply?
No, that's fine. I'd like to go to the vote.
I'm assuming Councillor Sykes is happy as well. Thank you. Does Council agree the amendment? Those in favour? Those against? Any abstentions? Amendment lost. So Amendment 3, we'll have to literally move and second. Councillor Brownich.
Move, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Schadt.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Hinds, do you wish to use your right of reply?
No, I don't. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Does Council agree the substantive motion? Sorry. Yeah. Everyone woke up now. Yes. Does Council agree with the amendment? All those in favour? Against? Any abstentions? Okay. Amendment carried. Okay. Now we're voting on motion as amended. All those in favour? All those against? Any abstentions? Motion carried as amended motion. Thank you.